Okay, well, I think we're live here. So last night I was working on setting up these dynamic form fields using TurboFrames, and I'm going to pick up where we left off on that. All right, so we go to our new item, and basically I ended up rethinking through how to approach this here. So instead of having like recurring dynamic fields set up on a new item form, I figured what should happen is when we click recurring, it actually takes you through to the this new series form. So I'll have a separate form, be able to handle the logic separately there. I think it's cleaner. If you click back, no one recurring, then it just takes you back to the items new. So yeah, we'll make first. I'm just gonna make sure a new item is working. This here obviously isn't the way this is gonna look when it's all said and done. I want to get things working, and then we'll make things look nice. And yeah, let's see what happens here if things are all working. If we go in, we can go paycheck. Payment date, set it to that. All right, so we're going, we need to get rid of that create series from the controller. In create, need to get rid of this, don't need that anymore. All right, so that looks like it's working. We have a payment date, we have a amount, everything is there. We don't need to adjust this because the pay on due date, this should not show up for income, like paychecks in items. It should only show up for outgoing items. But we'll get to that later. I want to tackle this other stuff here. Other thing I want to do is check, make sure out works. So let's go add this. Pay on due date. That's let's go make sure that's working. Pay 3 days before. So it's due on the 5th. Pay on the 2nd. That's working. And good. All right. So, is there any other dynamic? No, there's nothing else dynamic happening here. So, we can now check out our series. So, let's go in, and we got nothing happening there. Let's check out our controller, series controller. All right, so let's go. Actually, so we'll go series equals current user series build. We'll go series params. Then we'll go and add those private series params. And I need to take a look and see what our series params are. So we will require require our series, and then we'll go permit, and we need name, direction, frequency, payday, due day, first occurrence, amount, icon, category, ID, and that should do it. Then we can go series.save if series.save. I'm just gonna go grab our item controller. Oops. Item controller. So we're gonna redirect. I'll grab this here. And we'll go redirect to the series. Okay. Now let's head back to our view, series new, and make sure we have all our fields here. So we got a recurring buttons, direction. We need a name. So we'll go to our item new. You know, it might already be here. Let's see the direction. Got name here. Icon. All right. So we have the category ID there as well. We need to set that up so that those are available. Series controller. Okay. Don't need this here anymore. Don't need that either. Get rid of these frame tags. So, okay, this is where we kind of want to do our same thing here where, let's go back to our item, new. Okay, so if it's out, we want our date, due date, and our payment date. If it's in, we just want payment date. And actually, an out is pay days before is not payment date. So that's good. On our frequency. And actually, so this shouldn't be. So we want our. So actually, we don't want this here. We want a first occurrence due date. And you know, we probably want a first occurrence payment date as well. So, say, write me a migration to change the series table. Change the column first occurrence to first occurrence due date. Add a column first occurrence payment date. Both are dates. So we're renaming series first occurrence to first occurrence due date. We're adding column series first occurrence date. And just want to check, make sure first occurrence is a date. It is, okay. So we'll run that RDB migrate. And then what we'll do is we'll go first occurrence due date. Then on out, we also want pay days before, so that's good. And then on in, we want first occurrence payment date. What should I make the label? Maybe date of first occurrence. I'm wondering if... No. I was wondering if payment date, first occurrence payment date should actually be like first occurrence pay, or should just be pay days before, if we even need that. But yes, we do, because of income behaves a bit differently. So All right. Let's see if that's working. So we're on the series. Go in, out. So if we go in, we have all the same fields here, and then we have payment date of first occurrence, and that's what we want. We don't want due date. If we go out, we have due date of first occurrence and pay days before. Okay, so that's what we want. There shouldn't be any additional logic needed in the controller for in, I don't believe. Okay, and let's get rid of that condition there. Okay, so the frequency option should only choose once you've selected these options. There we go. So let's see. Actually, no, the controller's not going to be ready. So let's go to our series controller. We need to change these. Payday, due day. This will be first occurrence, payment date, and first occurrence due date. I believe that's everything. So we'll go in, let's go paycheck. No, I'm going to delete all our items. Let's go item.destroy all. Okay, and then let's create an item here. Nothing there. Create a series. We'll go in. We'll go paycheck. Let's go. That's paychecks, and we'll make it the first of the month. Make it monthly. Okay, we lost everything there when we click that. And this is where I want to refactor this. I don't want to have to be like plugging all these in every time here. What did we lose? We lost name. Lost amount. I think icon too. No, we got icon. Category. So icon, amount. And category. You know what? Those won't actually even carry over because they're not being set by a button. We can get rid of recurring here. And then what we need to do is actually just wrap this in a TurboFrame. What was I calling it above here? Form direction. So we'll go TurboFrame tag form, and then we'll go frequency. All right. So let's try this again. Okay, check. Monthly, kept it. It's selected, and that is selected based on the parameter that's set there, so that's good. We'll try creating it here. If it works, we'll redirect to series, which we don't have a page for yet, so let's quickly do that. And then we'll go to our view. Series, create that. It is show.html. Grab item show. Use some of this here. I'll use it all. Also go do another one for out. So we need to create some different you know what? Let's just keep this simple so we can make sure our redirect is working. So we need to create some partials here too. So let's just go like this. Then series dot name. All right, it looks like it tried to take us through. Do we not have a name for that series? Let's take a look. Series.last. Saved, we have it. Series controller. Putting categories in. That's the issue. This should be series. Should be series. So if I head to our new one, that's working. Okay, good. Let's try the same thing for. So we did in. I'm curious. So let's see. Everything's saved here correctly. Monthly, direction in, payday. So we didn't save our first occurrence payment date. We didn't first save our first occurrence due date. So let's see why. Great series. So we have a first occurrence payment date there. Don't have a due date, that's expected. Okay, so we need to go series dot pay day. That should have been payment day. Call it payday. Yeah, I called it payday. Let's change that. So Rails generate migration change. Series payday column. Okay. It's better. So payment day. And this will be set by the params series first occurrence payment date and date.parse. And we need to grab the day of month. How can I grab the day of month from this? Just day, okay. And then we'll say if params series. I mean, that should always be there, right? Yeah. Do the same thing here for due day. Except this will be conditional. Because the first occurrence due date is not provided on income item. So we'll go params series first occurrence due date dot present. Okay. I'm not sure why we didn't get our first occurrence payment date. Because we are seeing it here. Is it not a permitted parameter? First occurrence payment date. Looks like I spelled it right. So let's do this again here. We'll go paycheck, icon, monthly, create series. No implicit conversion of nil into string. Paycheck. Try it again. That's for params. Params series. So the date. So what's it not like in here? Let's try this. So there's a typo here somewhere. It's gotta be. Oh, okay, yeah. It's in the view. What? So there's an R missing there. And the one that's actually has a date set. So let's do a find on that. Whoops. Yeah, it's right here in front of my face. There it is. Okay. So now let's continue with that. Let's see if we can continue here. In paycheck. All right, good. Now we're not creating any items for it yet, so we'll have to get to that here. And we created the series. I want to make sure everything. Well, let's just do this. We'll go series, reload series. The last or paycheck direction monthly payment day. It's correct. We have our first occurrence due date is nil. Correct. Icon category ID due day nil, and first occurrence payment date. Perfect. All right. Let's also try this for a out item. Let's go water bill. Monthly. Let's go on the 5th. Pay. Let's go pay 5 days before. We'll make it on the 7th. Create series. All right, so series payment date. Right, because we're not passing in pay days before. We need to do the same thing we're doing in our item controller right here. I think that should handle our different scenarios there. Let's check her out. So if we go recurring, yes. If we go out, we'll go water bill, go 100. Bills, and then date of first occurrence, put on the 7th, pay 5 days before, let's go monthly, create series. So still not liking that. Oh, because I have item, I copied that in, I need to change that. Series. And we have another occurrence of item here, let's call it series. Another occurrence there. Okay, and then let's try it again. Out, refresh, out, water bill. It's a bill, due date of first occurrence, 7th, 5 days before, monthly, create series. Got it. All right. Let's check here, make sure it's all saving everything. So we have water bill, we have direction is out, good. Frequency is monthly, payment date. Okay, there should be a payment day though. So why didn't that happen here? Let's see, is there anything else missing? First occurrence due date, first occurrence payment date. Are we not passing through a payment date at all here? Maybe we're not. Yeah, I guess we're not. So we need to actually figure that out as well. So let's go series.first occurrence payment date. And it'll be this, I believe. Yeah, that's what our issue is. Passing in a date here. On payment day, it needs to be in. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, yes, we are. Because this. So let's wrap that and then another 2i. Yeah. No, not 2i. We need day. That's what we need. Same thing that we're doing right here. So let's now try this again because we didn't get everything we needed here. So we need to make sure we're getting this and the payment day. So let's try that. Make a new one. Call it cell phone. 80 bills due date. Let's put it on the 5th. Pay on due date. Oh shoot, we're not recurring, so let's change it to recurring. Go out. Cell phone. 80 bills do it on the 5th, on due date and monthly. Create series. Let's check. Series.last. Got cell phone, we have direction, we have frequency, we have payment day 5. This is day of the month. First returns due date. Yeah, the 5th. Amount, icon, category ID, due day. The day of the month it's due, and then also the first returns payment date. Okay, so that's all there. Now let's try one more thing where we check to see pay days before is working properly. So let's say like electrical bill. I don't have a good icon for that yet. Let's throw whatever in here. Say like 300. Let's go to bills. Let's go to here and let's say the 8th, and then say pay 3 days before. Series.last. So we have first recurrence payment date. So that's incorrect. Payment date is showing it's the same, so we're not handling that correctly right now. So what are we passing through? We're doing pay days before. So payment day and first occurrence payment date. So first occurrence payment date. Grabbing the due date. And we're minusing pay days before, so that should have been working. Hey, Marco. How you doing? Okay, so first occurrence payment date, payment day. So let's throw our debugger in here. Let's try another one. Let's go out. Let's go. Let's call it. I'm tired. I can't think of anything right now. So we just need another bill. Let's say What bills do I pay? Internet. Say 100. Bills. Due day. Let's go 10th. Let's go paydays before 3. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, it finally caught me live. My streaming times are usually in the evening. So usually a bit later than when I go. Since AM your time, hey. Oh, it's what time is it right now? It's 11:50 right now, so it's almost midnight. Maybe I'll have to start streaming in early in the morning before we start work. Yeah. I've been thinking about doing that. Just trying to like start the day with a stream rather than trying to finish it up. Probably be fresher. Maybe. I do take a while to boot up, and I don't know. I think it's worth a try though. So if I go recurring, yes. Out. Internet 2. All it. That's first occurrence from the 12th. Paydays before 2. Monthly. Do I have my debugger set here? I don't know. I think I actually skipped that. So this might actually not be hidden here. Paydays before. Paydays before. Yeah, that might be the issue here. Create series. Yeah, I agree. Logic should be in the model. I'll definitely refactor. Okay, so that is there. Next. Yeah, or at least the params used more than once in a variable. Yeah, no, we'll refactor. Gonna get this working and then make things. Because I've already changed my approach here probably like 4 times, based on some of the different things I'm seeing. So yeah, we'll get it working. Then I'll work on refactoring, making the code better here. All right, where were we here? So we are entering that condition and are we setting that? Yes. Set it this time. Let's head through here. Series payment day. Oops. All right, 10. So is that correct? What was the day of the month? It was February 10th, and then also the payment day, or the due day. It's not there. Okay, so we're actually not even grabbing that yet. Series dot first occurrence due day date. Okay. So that's there. So it's going to save without the due date. Need to make sure we get that in there. Okay. Got it there. Let's see. Series last. Got our first recurrence payment date. We got our first recurrence. Oh, we do have our first recurrence due date. We don't have our due date set there too. Okay. It was just. Do I have that in there? Must have. Yeah, right here. Okay. So it was later on in the controller. I think we're getting everything now. Frequencies monthly. Okay, good. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Are there any other scenarios that I need to test here? Our conditions are just recurring or not, and we already checked items, so go recurring, yes. We already checked our in, out, we have fixed. We're getting all this in here. Okay, so I think we're good. And then let's just test this one more time. So let's go paycheck to and then we'll go paychecks. Go second, monthly, create, check to make sure everything is there, reload. Paycheck to direction in monthly, first recurrence due date, nil. Do you have a way for required inputs to handle like validations? Is that what you're saying, Marco? Yeah, I don't think I've set up the validations yet. Let's see. No, nothing there yet. So like in the item model. So I'll basically do the same idea here, whereas we have some conditional validations. Oh, and I just for the form itself, so like actually make the fields required. Yeah, that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, 100%. Let's do it right now. Do it right now. So we'll go back to our series new. Top. So what all do we need here? We need text field required true. I mean, probably should require. Well, yeah. See, some of these are the way I'm handling these two. You can't really specify to make this required, unless you can make a hidden field required. Maybe. Want to mount for sure. Required true. Category would be optional. Now, paydays before is conditional in that it only applies for out, but the field is only rendered on out. So we can probably make that required as well. And same thing with this. Required true. Required true. And then frequency. Now let's head over to our item form as well and actually do the same thing. Set these to be required. Required true. Required true. Don't need a category. We do need a date. Yeah. Same idea there. Paydays before. And a payment date. This is one. Might be able to set a min 0 on the amount. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Now, I do have that as a text field, though. That's the only thing. So, and the reason I have it as a text field is because in my previous versions of this, when I was just like... So, I don't know if you've caught in the past where I've mentioned how I have a beta version of this that me and my wife have been using for years. And so I'm rebuilding this from scratch. One thing I found is that it's nice to be able to copy and paste an amount in that has a comma in it, and then just be able to handle that on saving to the database. So I think I'll keep this a text field just for that convenience, and then we can't set a min to 0 there. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Okay. Yeah. Time is it at 12 o'clock? Go a little longer, I think, here. Okay, so let's, before I move on to anything else, I think I should follow Marco's thoughts here and refactor some of this nastiness in the controller. And I think I want to refactor the view a bit too, series view, or the new series new template. Maybe, let's see. Series new. Yeah, I don't love all the different conditions I have here. So let's go. This has many items. And actually, I also need to set it up so that we have the series actually create the items here. That's a big part of this, is it actually needs to make the items when we create a new series. I think if, oh, I see you use value params a lot. I think if you set the value on the model and then pass the model to the form for, you wouldn't need that. Does that work with the way I'm using TurboFrames here? It might. I think that's why I was doing that. Let's give it a shot though. It's definitely a heck of a lot cleaner. So we'll just go series, new. Set the value on the model and pass the value to the form. Okay, so setting the value on the model, I think this will do it, right? Like Rails will automatically grab the params, I believe, right? If we just go series new and then let's try it here. Let's go series, back to our new, like you would do series icon equals params. So yeah, right up here, right? Like right here. Do we have to do that? I want to check. So I feel like, so we need to go this series and then okay, where is one of those situations here? So let's go to icon here. Like even all this here, this is a big stinking mess. I need to change all this. So let's go. Yeah, some of them are linked. I need to, yeah. So that's what the way this I've done this with the frames, and I don't like this. I think there's a better way to probably do this, but I wanted to just like validate that it works. Because basically what's happening is like these are, but you wouldn't need the value on the hidden fields. Right. So if I get rid of this. Okay, that's, yeah. Okay, so let's try it. Direction. Whoops. Okay, so if I go refresh, out. Let's check that hidden field now. Yeah, value out, perfect. So we didn't even need to do the, you know, like passing in the params here. You have it set in the control. Yeah, you have it set in the controller. Yeah. So that's like, I just like Rails is smart enough to know that when the parameters are here, even if we're going series new, that it pre-fills those fields. So that's nice. So I think we can. We'll do the same thing with all these other hidden fields here. No, like, well, so yeah, just I didn't set it up here in the controller, but just doing this here, pretty sure it doesn't pre-fill it. I think it does. Let's try it. Okay, what's another one here we can try? Hidden field icon. Let's try it. Refresh. In. Click on the icon. Let's look at our hidden field. Yeah, it's there. Because, you know, like the situations where, like, well, in this example here, like on create, when you go series save, and if it doesn't save, you go render new. Well, you know what? It is setting it there. Hey, it is setting it in this series, so that's why it's doing that. But it is working, so. basically what these are doing, these links here, they're passing the parameters through, and yeah, it's just grabbing it from that. So let's try it again. Let's go in. I click on here. Let's make sure those fields are retained. It's still there. The icon. Where's the hidden field here for the icon? Yeah, so it actually it is pre-filling it there. Isn't that icon being set to be the JavaScript? No, there's no JavaScript in here at all. Literally just using TurboFrames. So literally what's happening is when we click one of these here, so I clicked this, what it's doing is it's a link. So like, where's our icon here? So these are our links. So it's a link to new series path. So literally like to the same page. No, not a full page reload. So I'm using TurboFrames, and so like what's happening so there's a couple different things happening here. This specific one here on the TurboFrame icon, it's only reloading this frame on the click. So it essentially goes back and hits the controller, and then it says, okay, we're on the same page. It occurred within this frame, and it's the same page, so we're only going to basically reload this specific frame here. So that's why we're able to retain the other values in the other fields, because I'm not passing well, actually I am passing those through. This actually isn't needed. I think I can get rid of this. Let's try it. I do need to pass the icon, that's the only thing. So, and I'll actually pull up my network here too, so you can kind of see what's going on. Refresh, let's go out, let's go blah. Now, clear that. So when I click something here, what's going on here? Am I like filtering something here? Strange. I feel like you could also do with just CSS and input type radio. Could do that, right? But how would I... See, I'm not that good at CSS to do that. I don't know. So you go input type radio. You would have a list of all your icons, right? And then you just hide the buttons. It's basically what I was doing. I was just using the same approach. It's just I see people tend to overuse TurboFrames and make requests that aren't necessary. Yeah. But like, you know, if one day this becomes a $1 million app, then we can always trim down those requests. But I mean, at this point, all right, so I broke something. That's why. What did I break? Okay, so we do need... What do we need here? I guess, yeah, we do need those because this part of the page has to have a direction set, so that's why. Okay, so let's try that again. Out. It's working now. Yeah. Radio would be simpler though. Well, simpler in the sense of not having to do an additional request. But would you need any JavaScript to do that? Would we be able to get the same like highlighting and everything? Just CSS and a radio? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It would simplify that stuff. No need for JS. Okay. Well, it's probably a good idea. I probably should do that. I want to though refactor this controller first. What time is it though? It's 12:16 now. I need to probably call it a night very soon. How much do I want to get into here? Series. Okay, we're doing has many series items. Add some validations. Need presence amount. But not trying to steer you away from the other stuff. Yeah, no, it's a good idea though, because I mean, in that particular use case with the icons specifically, like that definitely makes more sense. For the in and the out, because we're doing dynamic fields below, the frames just allows me to not have to do any JS here. Not that, I mean, the JavaScript would be pretty simple, but yeah. You could even do that with just CSS. Just CSS, so like using probably, how would you do that? If you render both parts and hide one or the other. The only thing though, I mean, is just like, so like the in and the, okay, so you're saying, how would we do that without JavaScript? So like when we click in, we have payments date of first occurrence, and then we go out, it changes down here. Name, amount, I need validates, direction, frequency, payment day will always be required. Now due day is only if, oh, actually we need to set up an enum for this too. is required only if it is out. Yes, okay. It's probably easier to keep it the way you have it now, but with CSS you can check the value of the checkbox and then hide show based on that. So you check the value of the checkbox, hide show. You can do that with just CSS. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Tailwind, some great utilities for that. I'll have to check it out, I think. Okay, due date, payment date, due date. First occurrence, payment date, yes. Actually, always. First occurrence, due date, if it's an out. Icon, no, won't require that. Okay. Stick this here. I'm almost thinking I should add a for the pay days before. So if I do that, it'll need to be a calculation here too. So if I go pay days before, we go do first occurrence due date minus first occurrence payment date. I think that will give us our what we're looking for here. Series.last. You need to supply at least one validation if validation is empty. Line 12. These different payment dates. Oh, we don't have a due date there. Second to last. Okay, so if we go second to last, I'll go pay days before. So that's not the way I want that to be. There's a Rails method, time distance between time or something like that. Rails distance between time. Distance of time and no. So it's, why is it showing up in? Rails difference between two dates. Just an integer. Okay. So now I wouldn't mind also being able to set the paydays before in situations where I'm just realizing we don't even need the paydays before. Or do we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Just paydays before is... We're not saving it to the database, but we need it as a form field because that's just the easier way to communicate that rather than asking for a date again. And then we're saving the payment date. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, this is kind of cyclical, the way this is working out here, and I don't like this. We're going series, paydays before, present. Yeah, no, that's kind of making it cyclical. It probably would be useful. No, is it a useful method at all? Maybe not. No, not storing it on the model at all. That was one of the questions I had when I was deciding that. For the paydays before, essentially what the paydays before is it's just for the use on the form to make it simple rather than having the person have to like put a date in again. So you choose the days before, and then in what we're doing here is we save the payment day. Where is it here? Payment date is calculated by the due date minus days before. If not, you can add it as an attribute and calculate the due date in a before save. Yes. Yeah, that would be better than doing this whole thing, right? We'll need some conditions. And then I was thinking like adding a method here just for usefulness across the app, but I don't think it really would be used at all because, for example, here on series, well, I don't have anything in the series show, but if we go to an item, if we go to the payment date, so what we were doing on the payment date, actually, let's just do I have anything? I don't have any items at the moment. Or I do, yeah, okay. So here, this is an item here. So you have the due date, the payment date, and then you have the due date show here. And then like when you click edit, you can just change that. kind of thing. So now that's not working properly because it's not selecting the right one. But yeah, so that's that whole concept. So you're saying if not, that's where you can have the different cases based on what's present. Yeah. So I think I liked that idea. I think I do like that idea. So, yeah, before save, callback. So now the only thing is, okay, this is the issue here, is in the form. So we're not actually passing it, so we're actually passing in the pay days before, even though we're not saving it. But I think yeah, so I think you are saying that same thing, right? So basically we grab the pay days before and then we calculate the payment and due dates based on that. The way it also works in the right. Right. Yeah. I like it. Okay, I can't do any more tonight. I'm getting tired, but I'm gonna make a note here. So we're gonna do a create. Let's get rid of this. Create pay days before. Call back on save update or on create an update for calculating, for lack of a better word, calculating due date, payment date. And yeah, then we don't really need a method at all. Shouldn't need a paid days before getter method. As that's unlikely to be used anywhere. All right, I think that makes sense. Man, I wish it wasn't so late. Nice to have you helping here, Marco. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try and change up these stream times here. But I gotta call it a night though. So, but yeah, Marco, thanks for chatting tonight. It's been nice. I don't know what I'm gonna be on next. Keep them as they are? What do you mean? Oh, the stream times? Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, I will, I mean, it's kind of been working. The only thing is, you know, like, late at night, we just had another baby, so, like, it's been a little tougher getting on these streams in the evenings, but, yeah, I think things are settling down a bit here, so I should be able to make this happen more. And I want to get through this app because I have some other apps I want to work on. And also, I wonder, Marco, if you have any experience with, what is it called? Turbo Native, I think. This will be my first time. I'm planning on trying this out for this project and throwing together some apps for this. It'll be my first time working on any kind of iOS or Android stuff, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oh yeah, you've dabbled every now and then. Built 2 in the last couple months. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Then you're dealing with the app stores and everything too, right? One will go live next week. Well, yeah, if you don't mind, like, throw me a link or something. Yeah, I would love to check it out. Once you do that, of course, once you go live. Yeah, that's what I hear, the review process. Jumping through all their hoops. And it just seems like it's so unstandardized almost, just from what I hear. So it's like, sounds like a nightmare, but hey, you kind of have to do it if you want to be serious with certain apps. Delay on YouTube is pretty bad. Wonder if there's a way I can decrease the latency so that you guys are seeing things real time. We'll have to check that out. Well, actually there is stream latency right here. It's on low latency right now. Wonder what going to ultra low would do. Hotwire weekly. Okay, nice. I'm gonna check that out too. Is this a newsletter or what is this? Okay, cool. Just found it here. Hotwire Weekly. Sign it up, Marco. Nice. So I just signed up and it says, please check your inbox for confirmation. And then there's a button that says, take me to Hey. What is that going to do here? Because I use Hey for my email. Does that pop up for everybody? Makes it feel like you know what email service I use. Kind of cool. Confirmed. I like it. Yeah, Hey's awesome. I use it for my work email. Okay, cool. cool. I found a piece of newsletter research. Sweet. Yeah, I started, like I did a couple of streams back in, I think it was in the late summer, and then didn't do any for quite a while. I think I only did like maybe 3 or 4 streams, and then January 1st, I was like, all right, let's get at it. Let's do this year. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, thanks for chatting again, Marco. Yeah, hopefully chat again soon. Hopefully we can line up our times again. And yeah, anyway, have a good day for you. For me, it shall be good night. See you later.